How's it going, KNR? Trying to figure this whole thing out. It's the first time going by myself. You're the first one in. This is kind of just like a spur of the moment. Decided I was going to try going live, so we'll see how this goes. Let's see here. Enjoyed your on tattoos live the other day. I didn't realize how big your layout actually was, KNR. Yeah, trying to go solo. We'll see how this goes. I mean, I don't have high hopes. I'm just a dumb contractor, so. For sure. Definitely a first time here. I appreciate you guys joining in. Hopefully it isn't too boring. All right. Ooh, that's not what we wanted. Bear with me, guys. All right, see, we got stuff going now. 2 cameras. Well, I said it too early. Where'd it go? All right. Fire it up here. I wouldn't say it's a test. I mean, I guess it's a test because I'm just going live by myself, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I got these on eBay for, I think they're 350 shipped to the house. I mean, I know the Class A is not probably the proper one to pull with it, but I think they look pretty good behind it. I'm using Restream. It's what Mike and them guys use. It's just kind of like, I guess it's just a platform so you can do different deals. It kind of makes it a little bit easier with hooking my phone. Like I'm using my phone as one, and my MacBook is my other. Like this, what you see me with me is my MacBook. Yeah, see, if it's proper, it's proper to me. I don't know. I feel like they look pretty decent behind it. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of thinking of getting a class or J class I would like that Williams brass one, and try doing Blue Nami. I was kind of thinking that might be my winter project, is doing a brass J with Blue Nami, just because I'm kind of interested in the Blue Nami and thought it'd be kind of cool to have a J class. I feel like they're pretty nice. They got that gloss finish, so kind of match everything. Yeah, KNR, I'm using Restream. It seems like that's what everybody's goes. Like, that's the go-to. I feel like if I can get used to it here, then it's easier to join. See this mic? I'm trying it. We'll see how bad it is. See if I lose followers over tonight or gain something. I have 1309 on my inner loop, but as I tested it earlier, it hits if the passenger car is on the outer loop or on the back side, it hits. So I may have to switch over to something else, but that requires changing box cars too, and I don't really know if I want to get into all that. Sam, did you do the Blue Nami, or did you have somebody put Blue Nami in for you? Yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos, like Norm's videos and stuff on Blue Nami, and I don't know, he makes them sound really good. So, hey Ray, what's up? We're trying this whole live thing solo. See if people enjoy it or think I'm just a loser. Uh-oh, Big Rich is here trying to buy some trains. Thanks, KNR. I really appreciate you hopping on and stuff. Hopefully we get a little bit better at this and I can do a little bit more. Yeah, Mike, you started us on Restream, so now we all use it. Do some diesel power, maybe. Bear with me, guys. Just trying to put a diesel on this inner loop. All right. See how that works. Rich just got a Blue Nami GP30. Did you put a video up yet, Rich? I'm really interested in the Blue Nami. I really want to try something. I think a brass locomotive with Blue Nami is definitely in the works. But I will say the Weaver made an M1, which I haven't went down the Pennsylvania Railroad road name, but that might be the one because that gloss black paint really catches my eyes. Oh, Rich, is that the one where he put the work lights on it? I think I did see that. Yeah, I think everything uses just the Blue Nami app from what I saw. It makes it nice. You can kind of have the smart operating system with not the big bucks of Legacy or DCS. Down at the club listening to karaoke. Does that mean you're going up soon? Now the real question is Moody going to be doing Blue Nami upgrades at the club on Thursday and Friday, New York? The ground lights are definitely an awesome feature. I will say the MTH passenger cars are a little loud. I don't think there's enough weight in them. Because I noticed like my Lionel 18-inch passenger cars, they run a lot quieter on this track. But for the price difference, I'll take the MTH. Yeah, I just thought it's a Friday night. I don't really have very often. I have a Friday night that's home early. I thought it'd be kind of fun to run some trains and talk to you guys. So I thought I'd give it a shot and see what I can do for live. So you're saying you have to be pretty slammered to go out there and sing, Mike? Got one RMT car here that keeps jumping the rail on the crossover. I'm not sure what that's about. Yeah, thanks, KNR. Hit the like. Support a guy doing a live for the first time by himself. I swear, Rich, you only join these lives just to buy and harass people for trains. What do you guys think of the new Sedano Trains merchandise? We got hoodies and t-shirts made for York. I'm pretty happy with them. I think they came out pretty nice. Got the AirPods in, so you don't even listen to karaoke. You're just listening to me, my loud trains. Just kidding. I'm hoping they're not too loud for you guys. Had a hard time uploading videos. Yeah, my YouTube, I've been setting my to premiere a video the next day, and as soon as I hit upload, it just goes live. Oh, White Well. I feel like that's so overused. I feel like everybody's always saying White Well, but it's not really a white well if you can get it fast and easy, right? So for me, I don't know. I'd probably say if I could find the TMCC Yellow Belly at a decent price, that could be a balloon Omni upgrade. That might be something I go for, but I'm not paying $500 for a Yellow Belly that's from 1992. But I don't really have big plans on buying any big purchases at York, to be honest with you. I bought a Greenbrier that Mike found a good deal on, Legacy Greenbrier, so that's kind of was my big purchase before York, so might kind of focus on rolling stock. One thing that I would be excited to find would be the Chessie, the MTH Chessie passenger cars to match the Burke. If I could find those for a decent price, I'd be pretty happy with that. Hey Sean, thanks for stopping in. First live, appreciate you supporting it. Oh, nice, making some headway on the roundhouse. You can't upgrade the TMC Yellow Belly? You can't put Balloon Omni in, or you can't upgrade the Legacy? Yeah, now I'm interested because that was kind of one of the things I was thinking, Williams J class or maybe a Yellow Belly for my Balloon Omni. Rich, were you starting stuff on Muffin's channel? Oh, I didn't know they had the AC motor. Okay. Well, I'm glad you said that because that's something I was thinking about. That's kind of a bummer. So I guess I don't have a white whale. Yeah, Mike, you're sitting on all that track, and now you need to get your expansion going. I could bring my JLC Allegheny down. We can run that. I could bring my Class A. We could double head the Class A's. We could do a lot. Drew's making his appearance for tonight too. I don't know if you guys like Rottweilers or not, but this is my buddy Rufus. He just ate a lot, so nice burp. Thanks for that. Now, that's like a serious project, changing them over to DC motors, because that John that's on the OGR form, I was kind of looking into his upgrades on it, and he was he had to mill the frame and all kind of stuff to make the motor fit. Hopefully you can find something that fits a little easier than that. Tom, I don't got any beer. I killed that 12-pack of Corona and haven't bought anything since. Plus, I got an early morning tomorrow. I'm going out to property to cut trees and pull stumps, so I don't want to be too hungover in the morning. So you get iced tea. I'll drink the iced tea. This one. That's a Rail King, former Premier. Protosound 3. Brady's Train Outlet had it at one of the Greenberg shows around us in Monroeville, and I passed on it multiple times, and then he came up to a small show by us, and I finally went up to him and told him I'd give him $200 for it, and he took it. So it's a nice little engine. I would like to get like a Western Maryland and a Chessie one so I could double or triple head them. Yeah, when I first started looking into the Yellow Belly, because I don't have real high hopes that Lionel's going to do one for a while, and I stumbled across, I think his name's John. I'm sure you guys all know who I'm talking about on the OGR. But he bought like the interior, cab interior out of, I think it was the Niagara, Vision Line Niagara. And he put that on the inside because you can see the motor. And then did all kinds of like super chuffer and all that stuff. And it was awesome. So I started looking down that road, and that's way above my construction expertise. I could build a house, but wiring in a little wires into a motor and known capacitors and all that stuff's definitely not my thing. What was what, Rich? That GP. I'm not selling you that. B&O, Chessie, and stuff. I mean, I guess I did sell you that AC6000, so I can't really say Chessie's not for sale, but I don't really have any engines that I'm looking to get rid of. This one here, this is a Rail King scale too. This is an SD9 Baltimore Ohio. I got this from Vince's Trains at York. If you ever go to York and are looking for diesels, Vince's Trains brings awesome engines, and they're super cheap all the time. I mean, that's a Protosound too, but it has a BCR and stuff in it, and I haven't had an issue with it. Yeah, sorry, Tom. This was like a spur of the moment live too. Like I wasn't. I told Mike in Instagram chat. I was thinking about maybe going to do a live tonight. And that was what 8 o'clock. So just thought I'd try it out. Felt like I kept just jumping in on you guys' live, and thought maybe it was time for me to start my own thing. Hang out with all my friends. Yeah, definitely looking forward to York. This will be the first York that I actually go to and can actually stay and be there for 2 days. Normally I just go on Fridays with the kids and stuff. It's kind of hard to get away, but I was talking to Hannah and told her, because we're building a house in the spring, So next year, your fall and spring will probably be off the table because I'll be busy building a house. But like I said, kind of would like to go and experience more of York and hang out with everybody, check out the club and all that. So pretty excited for that. I'm actually more excited to go to the club than I am walk around New York, to be honest with you. Yeah, I do. I like the Rail King scale stuff. I really do. I agree. I enjoy the lives. It's fun to. It like brings a lot more to the hobby. I think. Bring your liquid IVs. Yeah. Hopefully we have a DD for the club, so we'll be real good for that one for sure. And one thing with my lives, you're guaranteed to see engines being on tighter turns and or curves than what they're rated for, because I really like to test that limit. Class A's running on 054 right now. The Allegheny, I had to modify a little bit, but we're running that now too. Is Saudi going next year, Rich? Tom, what happened last night? I got off too, so I can't say much, but I rewatched the live and you just like disappeared. So the AC/DC commanders, will that work to convert to Blue Nami? Because I think that's what he wanted to do, was go to Blue Nami, not upgrade TMCC or Legacy. Oh, your battery died. Understandable. Yeah, I was watching, the next thing you know, Tom's gone. I was kind of bummed that yeah, Tom passed out last night. That's what happened. He passed out and his battery didn't die. Kind of looks weird running diesels. I haven't ran diesels on the way out in a good while. I guess I ran the AS616 for Joker's Ugly Train Challenge, but that's about it. Tom and Mike got me on this Steam kick, and I've been running Steam for the last year. All right, KNR, I appreciate you stopping in, supporting the live. You passed out too. Yeah, I think I made it to about 11:30, and I was out. I had to go to work in the morning. We're building a deck and stuff, and putting LVL beams and stuff up. So I've been dead tired every day. I got home from work, kind of having a hard time staying up past 10 o'clock, to be honest. Yeah, I think Salty gave him a boost. They all wanted to sit there and learn from Salty. I was bummed that the camera wouldn't work. I was looking forward to that. Who do you guys do? Any of you guys have the RMT PS1 box cars? Do you like them? I got the Western Maryland ones that are on that inner loop, or the custom run that Pat's Trains in Wheeling, West Virginia did. I bought the 6-pack of them. I'm very impressed with them. The couplers are okay, the wheels kind of are okay, but the box cars themselves, I like them. I think they hold up. I have a couple Weaver ones, and I have an MPH one. And I think they'd look just as nice. You know, the bigger channels kind of get them for free, but Rich, I'm using the screen that you can see me is my MacBook. My wife got me for my birthday, and then the trains that you see is on my phone. So the phone is just out on the layout. Kind of why I like using a 3 screen. Mike showed me how to do all this, so it works out pretty good. Yeah, working in construction. Although I joined Mike's live the one night, and we were up till almost 3 a.m. I think it was, running trains, talking, and drinking beer, and then I had to get up at 6 and go to work. Believe it or not, I was working on somebody's house, 3 hours of sleep, hungover. Yes, Sam. I'm very impressed with them. Like I said, the trucks are kind of any other cheap rolling stock. I would say they're a little bit above like Menards trucks and couplers, but I did end up super gluing. I think 2 or 3 of mine like shut that way because they kept on coupling. But or I will say though they were rated for 036, but you can't run 036 with like 2 or 3 together because the ladders will hit. The couplers, like the spacing looks great because there's only like that much space in between them, but it's enough that they actually will catch each other and uncouple. But on 048, which is my inner loop, and it's fine on that. The Bill, you mean the one or PS4 or one cars I was talking about? They're they're the RMT ones, and on the box it'll say rated for 036. And when I had 036 Fast Track before I redid the layout, you couldn't run them together. Like if you put like the RMT car and then put a MTH or Line L car and then another RMT car, it was fine. But if you ran like all the RMTs together, there's like a brake wheel on one side and a ladder on the other, and they actually would catch in a turn. They get so close that it would catch in a turn, and they would actually uncouple or derail the car. So if you're running tight curves and stuff, that's something to keep in mind. But like I said, if you can mix them in between, like I bought the 6-pack because I wanted to run all 6 together. So I was kind of bummed when I found that, but that's really the only issue that I have with it. And Mike has a couple RMTs too. He got the tanks. I wouldn't mind picking maybe some of the reefers up, maybe at York. I hate paying for shipping, so I kind of wait for a train show before I buy something and have it shipped. Yeah, I don't know if you'd be able to put Katie's on it or not, Rich. Do you run Katie's on your stuff? Yeah, I mean, that's the only issue I had, and that was like right out of the box, just because my old layout was all over 36 fast track, because I just bought a couple like things together with kits or whatever, and that's how I made my layout. Yeah, we were. I think it was the spring show, and we went over to Henning's Trains booth, and the owner of RMT was actually there. Me and Mike talked to him for about an hour. Super nice guy. He definitely, you could tell he definitely likes the hobby and trains in general. So it's kind of cool to talk to him. Huh? It's all these lights. No, they're MTH. I think they're 8. Well, actually, they're like 19 inches. They're really close to the 18-inch Lionel ones. What are you doing? Not unless you're coming this spring. What did you get from Atlas, Sam? Yeah, he asked Matt or Mike what Mad Trains was, and then gave him the nickname Mothers Against Drunken Trains, and it stuck with me. That's what I use now all the time. So here's, let me see if I can get that in this one. So this Lionel clock here, growing up, my pap had one in his living room, like from when I was just a little kid, 5 or 6 years old, and I loved it because every time it hit like the hour, the train actually would go around. I'm sure other guys have it. Well, he passed away, and my uncle got the clock, and I was kind of bummed because it was a clock that I kind of wanted. But I was working for a guy, and he was a doctor down at the hospital, and I saw it when I went down to flip some breakers off. He said something to his wife about that clock, saying about my pap had one and stuff, and she told him. I get to work the next day, and he brings up that clock in Lionel Mountain. I'm sure you guys saw that one too. It's like a mountain, and the train goes through the mountain. He brought them both up and gave them to me, and said that he was kind of getting out of the hobby. His son didn't like it as much and stuff. So she gave me that clock, so I was pretty excited to have it on the wall. And kind of reminds me of the one my pap had. You're building a scrap scene then, Rich? Hopefully, I gave you some ideas or help you a little bit. Yeah, I agree, Mike. I think the RMT is definitely a good filler. Get a couple of Atlas and then some more RMT, and you're got a full train for cheap. Did you guys see that the lower Susquehannas have shirts now too? I saw Moody's kind of designed them for hit with his or whatever. They look pretty good. Yeah, I was kind of thinking buying some RMT to go down the weathering road. It's a little bit easier to try practicing on cheaper rolling stock than buying Atlas or MT Premier stuff to try weathering on. Yeah, I might get. Well, I'd like to order a Moody shirt too. I think his shirts came out nice. I like his logo. That bonfire that Joker uses, that's like definitely a good site to use because they don't charge you to do any of the. Like you don't have to have like a minimum quality sold or any of that. I set one up. Actually, I think there's a tab on my Instagram and my YouTube if you guys are looking for shirts or whatever. I'm not saying you have to buy them because I don't have it set as a profit or anything, but I just like having train shirts. I'm drinking Gallagher's iced tea, lemon flavored. No alcoholic beverages tonight. Is there a way? I'm sure some of you guys would know, but like, is there a way to make these not turn off within like a couple of seconds of not touching? 'Cause this one, like, within like a minute, if I don't touch it, it goes right off. I have to go back and turn it back on. I mean, it's probably good because it saves the battery, but it's a pain in the butt when I'm trying to adjust things. All right, Mike. I appreciate you coming on or watching. Hopefully, people don't get bored and we'll still be here. Did he, Rich? Did he like show his shirt? I know he was talking about like doing that, but I haven't seen it. I wouldn't mind getting one of Mike's shirts too. is maybe at York I'll find the older DCS system too, and won't have to run all my diesels in convention mode. That would be cool. But I also don't want to pay a lot for them. Rich, you need some of these. That's what you need. Right there. That would look good on your layout. I was hoping he would at least do it before York started, came, so we could have got some for York. Are those trains is it loud coming through there? It really feels like it's loud beside me. It's loud over there. Oh, big steam. I keep hearing that the T1s are going to be in 26 Volume 1. I'm really banking on that. I would like to get a Chessie Steam Special. There's one on eBay right now that I've been watching, but I feel like if I buy that, they're going to come out with some kind of new features or something in the new one, and I'll regret it. So I'm trying to pull it off. Yeah, you need some of the 44s though, Rich. Some CSX Heritage units. I'm actually hoping that MTH releases more. I want the B&O and the C&O one. Tomorrow I'll hopefully can catch up on some YouTube videos and stuff. I haven't really been able to watch a whole lot of them, so either tomorrow or Sunday is usually my morning watch. I watch everybody's YouTubes and try to like and comment on them. I definitely think I'm going to have to add weight to those MTH cars because they're I just think they're too light. Oh, you got one of the cranes? Nice. That's something I haven't got. I would like to get. The operating ones would be really cool, but they go for big money. I think what's his name on Joker's Discord had one for sale. Right, Ray. Yeah, I'm really trying to not buy engines or buy any train things. Trying to save for York. Mike hit me hard when he found me that Greenbrier. I wasn't really planning on spending. That was like my whole York fund. So now I'm like scraping to try getting some money saved up for that. But, I'm more thinking just going to New York and hanging out and just meeting people and catching up with others. Tom's Train. Is that a new place, Ray, or just kind of a smaller shop? I haven't heard of Tom's Trains. Yeah, Ray. You shouldn't have said that. You know, Rich will Skype him. Rich, did you keep that S2, or are you selling it or sending it back? I know you had issues with it, but from what I saw, I think you got it running again. Or got it to work at least. Ray, did you order any of those ET44s from Atlas? I was going to, and I was really banking on Lionel doing a nice steamer, so I didn't pre-order any Atlas stuff, and then Lionel dropped the ball and didn't release anything that I was into. You got that orange switcher from Dell, didn't you, Rich? It's like the EJ whatever. I have to oh, that it's Proto 1. I started out buying a lot of Proto 1 stuff, but Actually, it doesn't really matter to me because I don't really have any DCS system anyhow, so Proto 1's not any different from Proto 3 for me. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really hoping that MTH releases the ES44s again. I'm not a big Lionel diesel guy, more into MTH, but I want more of the CSX heritage units. Need CNO and BNO. Rich, I thought you were buying that GS4 off of Mike. Whatever happened to that? Try switching the views up a little bit. Trying to sell stuff, Rich. Let's slow down the Class A a little bit. A little better. I don't know if it's loud on the screen or not, but it seems loud here. I'm trying not to wake my kids up so my wife doesn't beat me. Oh, so you found one. There's a Chessie, the Chessie Fantasy Scheme GS4 on eBay. Trains has it right now. I think it's down to 16. I know a lot of people aren't into that fantasy scheme, but I like it. Clearly, I like the fantasy schemes. I said if the first live hit 10 people, I'd be counting it as a good night. And we hit 10 a couple times, so not too bad for the first time. Not really counting anybody I was going live. Just kind of spur of the moment. I don't think he had too many people even ask him about it, to be honest with you, Rich. So still might be there if we get some money saved up. Knowing Mike, he didn't take it out of the box. I don't really have a whole lot of engines that I like. I'm dying to have. I mean, I want that Chessie T1, the Steam Special. I wouldn't mind having a Sienna Texas and a Yellow Belly, but after what Sam said, I don't know if the Yellow Belly will happen until they make one. Yeah, man, I appreciate you staying on for sure. It's not too bad. At first, I was kind of nervous to do it with, like, when Mike said about joining his, but it's pretty easy. I mean, you send a tab and click on it, put your phone or wherever, laptop, whatever you're using, where you want it, and you're pretty much set and ready to go. The Restream definitely makes it a lot easier. I don't know if Ray's gonna end up finding some more of the Berwicks at York this time. You had Stu Heidman for him. Yeah, I saw October 15th. What do you think? Do you guys like that whole small pamphlets every couple weeks, or I kind of like the 2 a year? Gives you more time in between. Also gives you more time to make a decision if you want to order something. Like now, I feel like you're almost stuck. If you see something you're interested in, you almost have to order it because they're going to just keep releasing other stuff here and miss it. I guess that's probably what they're trying to do. I agree. I like to see trains. I need to fix those lights in that passenger car. That's driving me nuts. I need to get Moody's supposed to give me some powered trucks for this so I can get the lights and stuff. This is that third row brass caboose that I got. Hopefully Moody gets me them MTH trucks with the power unit so I can get the wires and stuff hooked up and get the lights back on it again. Yeah, I've watched Nick's Crossings YouTubes a couple times. He does lives on a lot of Mondays, I think. I watched a lot of his like proto sound upgrades. He did one on a Rail King Allegheny. He actually has F3 units, Western Maryland F3 units. He put Proto Sound 3 in. I was watching that a lot because I have a set of B&O and F3s, so I would like to do that too. But I might do Blown On Me now, actually. What do you guys think of that backdrop? Mike's American Flyers found those. They're photography backdrops. You can get them on Amazon. I think I only had like $30 in that. I just took the top part of it and cut it. I don't know. She doesn't seem to really care too much about them, to be honest. I don't know if she really likes them being in our bedroom. The whole upstairs of the house is one big room. My layout's on one side, the bed's on the other. I think she hates more when I say, "So, what are your thoughts on?" Because she knows I'm asking for another ending. Huh? I'm not supposed to talk about her. And then she lets me buy trains, so we're all good with that. Yeah, they're like a fabric material. Like, it's kind of a weird thing. I just use clear thumbtacks and put them against the wall, but I think it gives us a little bit more dimension. He's the Pennsylvania Railroad. Nick. Yeah, Nick has some Western Maryland and B&O though too. He collects it all. Yeah, definitely Chessie's my go-to. I like C&O, Chessie, B&O, Western Maryland. Apparently Norfolk and Western. I mean, I like it all. I think we all do, but for me, to make it more manageable in the hobby, I try to focus on those road names just to kind of not get too overwhelmed and trying to buy everything. I think every road name, they have certain engines that are cooler than others, and it's hard if you'd buy everything, you'd be broke. Yeah, it was kind of funny because when we got married, she didn't realize that I like trains the way that I have them now. Because we bought the house and I was working on the house, fixing it up, making it what we wanted and stuff. And my dad had HO scale stuff. He told me I could have all his HO, so I brought it. I started putting a small layout up here. It was just like a 6x6. I actually was doing like tiers, so it had an O scale track, HO, and then I was going to put an N scale mountain on the top and just kind of make it look like it was dimensionally just getting farther and farther away. Well, then when my dad passed, I got his O scale stuff, and I don't know, just fell in love with the O scale stuff. And our daughter was born, and she kind of seemed like she really enjoyed the trains too, so I started doing a small layout, and now she's not really into them, and I went full board into it, so that's where we're at now. Hopefully the son will be interested in it like I was with my dad. So that's the plan at least. Right. As long as you're happy, and I mean at the same time you're at home, so it's not like they got to worry. All they got to worry about is if you want to buy another engine. All right, Sam. I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the kind words. Hopefully, this is something that we can do a little bit more often. I don't have to keep jumping on Mike or Tom's spots. Yeah, I don't know. I watched a lot of Sid's videos and Johnny's videos on it, and like I said, Norm's too. From what it looks like, the Blue Nami sounds really good. The steam engine is the Lionel Vision Line Class A, 1218. The Excursion, I think is what it was. The Excursion run with the gloss paint. It's a nice engine. The diesel is a Rail King Scale Dash 8. That was a Pat's Trains in Wheeling, West Virginia. That was one of his custom runs. It's 558 Western Maryland, like the scenic. I know it's people don't really like it as much because it's the wide nose and the real one's the narrow nose, but I like it. Yeah, I went from 036 fast track. I had 2 loops on the bottom, and then I had an elevated loop. And I guess it actually was New Year's Eve. I got home from work and decided I was going to expand, so I ripped it all down, and I had a Gargrave track that my dad had in a box, so I used Gargraves, made the layout. It's 5 foot wide and it's almost 12 foot deep with the maintenance like diesel facility that I have in the corner. But I have 054 on the outside loop, and it's actually like 046. I bent my own curve. I tried to keep spacing between the tracks so things wouldn't hit. And then I got a right-of-way industry crossover in the front. It's all manual. None of my switches are powered. And I got an 042 switch in the back going in an industrial loop. But I'm really happy with the Gargrave track. I mean, this stuff's old and used, and it's way nicer than what the fast track was for me. I had nothing but issues with fast track. It was used when I got it. Kind of, I don't know, I think it was like shorting out. There was a lot of times where I had to take pieces apart and actually solder jumper wires from track to track. Smallest steamer I have It's either this, that's a Lion Chief 080. That was my dad's. I bought him a starter set. That was his. Or probably the B&O consolidation of 280. I didn't really have much steam until like late last year, early this year is when I started buying steamers. I was buying a lot more modern diesels and stuff. I was into the diesels, and then you get one legacy steamer, and the next thing you know, it's like all you want. I'm pretty sure that Blue Nami has like its own like cruise. I was watching Norm's video, and one of his videos he goes like deep into the chuff rating and stuff. Like you can adjust the chuffs. You can like I think you can get it down to like a speed setting of 1, and his engine was just like crawling. So I don't know. It's kind of like one of them things. I feel like a lot of the big YouTubers kind of push things because they're probably getting paid to push this stuff. But Norm seems like he's kind of like an honest guy, and says what he thinks and truly feels. And he's actually got a third rail B&O Q4, I think it is, that he said he was switching it over to Blue Nami. So that'll be like his third rail engine that he's put Blue Nami in. So they got to be pretty decent for him to be doing that. 'Cause, I mean, Norm knows how to do all that electric railroad upgrades and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm really hoping to get something maybe at York that can be a Blue Nami upgrade project for the winter here. Been watching a lot of Sid's videos on how to make the smoke units and stuff work. Yeah, Norm is amazing with all that. I mean, the way he can just like fab up mounts and stuff too, it's crazy. I really like watching all his YouTube videos. I find it interesting. Even his like building videos and stuff. Like when he did the bar scene and stuff, and was actually putting like glass beer bottles and cups and stuff on his bar. That was like mind blowing. It was so cool. Yeah, Rich. The consolidations, the 280s. That's what I told Mike. He bought that B&O one before I did, and I was like, I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. I came home and ordered it that next week. And yeah, they're smooth running engine. It's like they don't seem like they like a lot of engines can kind of be a pain on switches and stuff. And that 280 on all my switches and stuff, it like never misses a beat. Oh, really? You saw him at York? I've yet to meet Norm in person, but I'd really like to shake his hand and tell him he's probably my favorite YouTuber for sure. Like I said, he actually joined Joker's Discord, and he was saying that he had that Q4 he was making a video and stuff. So I've been looking every day, hoping that he's posting that video. I'm excited to watch that one. I've watched a couple of his videos multiple times. Rich, is Moody doing all your Blue Nami upgrades? like I said, we're planning on going to York on Thursday. We got to talk about what time we're leaving, but I'm sure we'll be there before the show actually starts. I think it's like 11 on Thursday, and then we'll be there Friday. So if you see me, don't be afraid to come say hi. I'll probably either be wearing this hoodie or I'll probably one day I'll probably wear Mike and Tom's live shirt. Did the SP not have 280s, or Lionel just hasn't made one? So I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not real familiar with real engines and all that. I usually see the model and then look it up and see like what it actually was. I'm more of a model train guy than an actual real train guy. That's gonna be awesome. If he does it like he did Nick's T1, you're gonna have, well, I guess a two of a kind engine, since Nick has the first one. Okay, so they did have one. I feel like the 280s are like something that Lionel is going to just keep. They're just going to keep popping road names out on them. It's like a cheaper legacy steamer for people to buy. So you can throw any road name on them, really. Unless you wanted to go down that route of buying. Well, High Roller bought it. Nice. Actually, I think he wanted to buy it when I bought it at York. He was saying about how he wanted that. I beat him to it. But I guess he finally got it. So Pat's actually ran that as a custom run in MTH when they ran the AC 6000s. He has the B&O and the chassis. So that was kind of why I figured I could sell that engine, just because there's still a chance that I could get it. I'd rather it be an MTH so I could lash it up with other engines I have. Because like I said, all my diesels are MTH, so it's kind of not weird, but kind of hard to run with a legacy one. Definitely a nice model, though. little more. What more can you add to him? I think he didn't that have like whistle steam and cylinder steam. It had a good bit. Although I won't be surprised with the Trust T1 coming. I think that's supposed to be done in 2030. I wouldn't be surprised if Lionel doesn't run a T1 and do it as a Vision Line engine with all kind of crazy features. If they don't, that's a very big missed opportunity for them, I'm sure. I'm excited about the T1 Trust. I think that's going to be awesome. I hope they bring it to Altoona or so we can see it. Maybe do a run on it. Also got the, I think it's 1361 K4, Pennsylvania Railroad K4 that Altoona's slowly rebuilding. I think Strasburg has the drive wheels now. They're milling them and stuff to make sure they're good and ready. That's been in the works for a couple years now. I don't think they're making very good progress with it. We went down over the summer and they did like a tour. You go in the roundhouse and stuff. And got to actually like see inside the firebox and all that as they were fixing it. It was pretty sweet. Trying to sell some trains for more pre-orders coming in, Rich. Are you talking about mine, Bill? That I don't have any of the Atlas ones. I almost ordered the Western Maryland one when they were doing those, but I didn't. From what everybody's saying, I'm kind of glad I didn't. I think it's cool that Atlas is like trying to get back into Steam, but I'm not a big fan of the Proto Sound. I like Proto Sound Diesel. I don't like Proto Sound Steam. Hopefully that don't offend anybody. Still going strong. I don't know about strong, but we're going. No, I appreciate everybody that's able to join and stuff. Like I said, the spur of the moment, kind of just to see what it's like to do it solo. Yeah, Mike Rich still waiting for his GS4. You're running the consolidation with one? You're not going to have anything to buy if you keep buying stuff. We're going to go to York, and all you're going to be doing is buying smoke float again. You've been going hard the last couple of weeks. He's trying to sell a couple engines, so maybe he'll buy it. I think the Atlas, the looks of the 280 Atlas is great. I mean, the plastic cool load kind of was a bummer, but I think the details and stuff on the engine is very nice. But I'm just not. Proto Sound is not. Legacy ruined it for me. I mean, I thought it was nice when I had them Rail King engines, and I got a Legacy engine, and like I said, I'm sure that probably is going to hurt someone's feelings, but Legacy Steam definitely is way above. Yeah, Rich, I think you need it. I think that would look great on your layout. Plus, Mike can't stop buying stuff, so he needs to sell some more engines. I was gonna try getting my iPad camera to work too, so I could throw 2 cameras up on the layout. I ran out of time before I could get all that set up. Yeah, yeah, the consolidation. I mean, just like everything, it's going up in price, but I think I can't remember what we paid for the 280s, but I think they were under 700 still for that custom run. That was a Pat's custom run from a couple years prior. I bought the F19 and the B&O consolidation from Pat's and tried working out a deal with him because I was buying so much from him. All salty talked you and got you to talk to him with something. Is it a brass engine? If it's a brass engine and you're doing Blue Nami, you need to wait until I find one. We can do them together. Well, guys, it's been like an hour and almost 40 minutes. I appreciate you tuning in. I think I'm gonna. What are you doing? I think I'm going to get off here and get ready to go to bed. Like I said, I'm getting up early in the morning, taking the tractor out to the property, cut some trees down, and pull some stunts and stuff, or stumps out and stuff. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting the first live solo. It means a lot. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks again.